In today's video, we're going to take a look at model-driven apps, specifically the timeline object here. Now, a lot of times you want to have a timeline and you want to have a record of all the different events, and you keep a record of this by adding new notes with each one. But a lot of times you also want to be able to see the last update on the actual dashboard over here. Now, to do that, you can't do that automatically. You have to create another field and display the last update using Power Automate. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do that specific task. Now, I also did this as part of this actual app build. So if you want to see the whole build of this app, go ahead and check out this video here. And I actually walk through how to do this as part of that, as well as just build the entire app that we're looking at here, charts and all, as part of that video. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing we want to do is take a look at how to turn this function on to begin with. And all we have to do is take a look at our main table, which is the task tracker table. Let's look at the properties for this. What we need to do is turn on enable attachments to include notes and files. And this allows you to add files and notes using the timeline object inside of the app. So you need to turn this on first before you'll be able to do any of this. Next, let's go take a look at where this information is stored. Now, where it's stored is inside of the note table. So if you go to your tables option here and then you search for note, that's actually where it's being stored. So let's go ahead and look at this quick. And we'll see that we've got a couple of items in here already. And here we go. We can see the actual information. And if we go ahead and take a look at this, this is actually what links it to our table, is the regarding field here. And then we've got our title and our description. This is generally the information that you're trying to grab is this. If we take a look at this, we can see testing the update process is the one from our recent app. So that is the description column. That's where all this information is stored. Now, obviously you can pull a lot of other information, but the key things to be aware of typically are going to be your title, your description, and your regarding. This is what you'll actually use Power Automate to focus in on based on which table you're looking at. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Power Automate now. All right, so for Power Automate, what we want to do, let's just go ahead and create a name for this. And we'll say it's the update recent updated field from a note. So essentially, when we create a note, we want to update our recent update field as part of our table tracker. And you can come up with whatever name you want. This tells me everything I need to know to be able to identify what this is doing. Now, what we're going to do is, for our first action is Microsoft Dataverse. Now remember, we're updating the note table. So we want to do when a row is added or modified. And then for our change type, we're going to select our added or modified. And then for our table, we're going to go ahead and find our notes table. And for our scope in this demonstration, we're going to use organization. Based on how you're doing things, you might want to change it up. But for the most part, you're probably going to be using organization for that step. Now let's go to a new step. Now, if you're pulling from the description field, that is a rich text field. So we want to actually convert that to plain text. So what we're going to do is find our HTML. Now, if you're not using the description field, maybe you're using the title field, you may not need this step. But for us, we're going to need this step. So we're going to add it. And it's going to be our HTML to text right here. It's in preview. And then all we're going to do is add the description from the note table. So let's go down here and we're going to see we have our description option here. Now let's go ahead and create another step. Now for this one, it's going to be Microsoft Dataverse, and we want to find our actual table. So we're going to find a row ID. So we're going to say get a row ID, and it's going to be our task tracker table. In this particular instance, that's what we're trying to find. That's the table that is associated with the notes table. So let's go ahead and grab that. Now the row ID is going to be that regarding field that I showed you earlier. And we're going to select the value for that. Now let's go ahead and hit a new step. Now what we're going to do is just update our row. And for this, it's going to be our task tracker table. So we're going to say update a row. And it's going to be the task tracker table right here. And the row ID is going to be task tracker. Again, the name of the table is most often the unique identifier. So let's go ahead and select that. And then the specific field is going to be that recent update field. Now we converted our text into just plain text through that HTML to preview. So let's go ahead and grab that. So that is what we're going to update. So that's pretty much it. That's actually all we need to do for this process. So let's kind of go back through this. So we've got our note being added, and then we're going to convert that description. Again, if you're using the title field, you don't necessarily need to do that, but because the description field is rich text, we want to make sure that we put that into a text only. And then we want to find the table that we're going to update with the information using that regarding. That's what actually associates the note with the table that it's associated with. There's that regarding field. And then we're going to update the task tracker table, and specifically the record. Again, we got it from over here when we get a row ID. And then we're going to update that field here with the text that we converted from rich text. And then all we have to do is hit save, and then we're ready to go to test things. All right, it has saved without any problems. Now let's go back to our app and actually test this in action. All right, so back in our app, let's go ahead and we'll grab this one here, this first one. We don't have any notes, so let's go ahead and enter a note, and we'll just say test for demo. And we'll say testing the update of the recent update field. All right, and let's go ahead, add note and close. Now let's go back to our main view here, and we'll have to refresh. There's a little bit of a delay here, so let's go ahead and refresh this. And we can see that it updated as expected. So everything is working for this update process. Now just a reminder, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. That's pretty much it for today's video. Now I'm going to do a bunch of other things related to this as standalone videos. I'm going to actually create a Gantt chart for this view. And then I'm also going to show you how you can add the calendar for it. So if you want to go back and again, you can watch the full video where I build up until this point as part of that video. But I'm going to have a couple more videos where I kind of dig into specific areas as standalone videos for this moving forward. All right, that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully you found the content helpful. Until next time.